Hey everyone, Haz here. Today I'm going to be doing the fourth part of the Special Evade series. We've even got a new thumbnail. Today we're going to be looking at stuff like Immortal Abomination, Dragon Man, and Yellowjacket special attacks. This one is more tricky than the last one, so I suggest you pay attention. First up here we have Yellowjacket against the wall. So this is pretty much like dodging him up close. Now, a lot of people usually dex this by like dashing back away from him, so they only have to dex like a part of the projectile, but this is showing all three of them. As you can see, it's really specific on the timing. You have to be like exact with when you dash back. Next up we got King Groot. This is pretty simple. You just dash back twice to avoid the projectiles. Look at it in slow motion here. So one dash back for the melee hit and then two for the projectile hit. Looking at it one more time here, one dash back and then two. Usually I go a bit early for the first dash back so I can fit both in. Next up we've got Psychoman. He's relatively new, so this is pretty simple. You just two dashbacks for the first two melee attacks, and then there's two dashbacks for the final three projectiles. So 1, 2, then when he goes to do his projectiles, you want to do the first two in one dex and the second or the third projectile in one dex. So it's like the first two projectiles, one dex, the last projectile, one dex. 1, 2, 3. Next is HitMonkey Special 2. This one's pretty simple. It's just 3 evades. 1, 2, 3. Look at it in slow motion here. So one for those initial bullets, then another for those bullets, and then one for that final bullet at the end. This one is probably one of the easiest in this video, but I just wanted to showcase it because it looks a lot more difficult than it actually is. Alright, next up we got Super Skrull. I kind of think this is similar to King Groot's Special 2 because the dashback that you do has to be a little bit before the actual projectile. So you can see here, you just dash back twice to avoid the blasts. Next we've got Dragon Man. This one you have to dash back twice for the fire breath, which I think is what most people get troubled on. So the first dash back should be a little bit before the projectile hits you, so then you have enough time to dash back again for the second hit of the projectile. And again, this is similar to Super Skrull and King Groot, where you just dash back a little bit earlier so that you can get both dexes in on time. Look at it one more time. So he kind of goes up, shoots the fire, and then comes down. Yeah, it's not too bad once you get the hang of it. Next up we got Immortal Abomination. This one is also against the wall. So one for the initial like shoot, and then the next two are for the projectiles. Once again, just like the others, this is one that you have to dash back a little bit early for, although it's not too different to King Groot Special 2. Next up we got Doctor Strange Special 2. 1, 2, 3. Quick and easy. I find this timing a little more specific than like Symbiote Supreme Special 2. It's a bit faster and requires a little bit more focus than Symbiote Supremes, just because this is a little bit slower. But yeah, that's going to be it today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something. Have a great day.